I'm the stranger. I fought with General Lee and lost.
I'm Salome Jane. I like trees better than men. They're straight.
I'm Jack Marbury. Lucky at cards, most times unlucky at love.
I'm Yuba Bill. Everybody knows me. I drive a stagecoach.
I'm Roof Waters. I own the finest pack of bloodhounds in the county.
I'm called a lot of names by different men.
I'm Red Pete. Folks say that I wouldn't stop at nothing.
I'm Lies. I'm married to a man who don't work. But I love him.
I am Phineas Baldwin. I stand for law, order, and decency. A pious man of simple tastes.
Hello, Salome.
Yuba's coming with the stage. Let's hurry home. He'll be stopping to talk to Pa. Can I go to town with him?
Oh, I guess you can, Salome, if you fix yourself a little more decent. Put something more on.
Sure, I'll get fixed up nice, Pa.
Oh, you say you want?
Oh, I want to hit you with that.
Don't tickle me, Miss Salome. Don't tickle me.
Give me my boots and I'll be all ready.
I thought you was going to put on something to make yourself look more decent like your pappy said.
What for?
What for? When the right man comes along, you'll take off them pants quick enough and get yourself into a dress and make yourself look all pretty.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Mammy, tell me another story.
Woo-hoo, Queenie, woo, babe.
Bill.
Hello there, Madison Clay.
How's the trip up?
Mighty fine, Madison. And I got a distinguished passenger on board. The next mayor of Redwood City and head of the Purity League.
Hello, Mr. Clay. Hello, Baldwin. Back in California again.
And happy to return to those I love and respect.
Come back before sundown, Salome.
Sure, Pa. Hello, Yuba Bill.
Hello, honey.
Ah, Miss Salome Jane, the door is open for you.
All right, Baldwin.
All right, Queenie, babe. We're getting behind here.
Now the trip begins to be enjoyable.
Think so? Seems pretty crowded to me.
go, Yuba?
Well, gosh darn if you ain't a wild one. Crawling over the top of a stagecoach when it's a-rolling. Quick!
Howdy, Master. Howdy.
Heard the singing as I came by. Kind of made me homesick.
Yes, sir.
Whose place is this?
This is Massa Clay's place. But Massa ain't home. If you want to rest, the hospitality's yours.
No thanks, Mammy. I'm on my way to Redwood.
Oh, you're pretty nigh there now. Just over the hill yonder, about 8 miles.
Straight ahead?
Yes, sir. Where's you all from?
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia? Lord, there's lots of folks here from Virginia.
I'm interested in only one of them. A man who calls himself Baldwin.
My, everybody knows Master Baldwin. You'll find him.
Thanks.
Oh, we fetched up some goobers to the children.
Oh, thank you. Your heart's as big as these trees.
Well, I don't know about the heart, but the belly's fair size.
Timmy.
Hello there, Red Pete. How's the world a-treating you?
Oh, Tolliver. What you know, Yuba?
Well, I know a feller's only got 3 friends in this here world. A silver dollar and an old yeller dog and his maw.
Pa! Pa! Will you get me a yellow dog?
First one I ever see.
Stonewall, what you squalling about down there?
He wants Salome Jane to take him swimming.
I tell you what we'll do. We'll all ride to town with Yuba, and on the way back, we'll all go a-swimming. Good.
Fine. Well, shake a leg there, young'un.
Come here, Stonewall. Come on now. You mustn't try. You'll never be a big stagecoach driver like
Come on
you,
up
Bill.
here, honey.
Put on your hat.
Step on old Bill's leg now and come right on up. Atta
Yes,
girl.
dear.
Well, my little man. Where do you go in swimming?
At that place where there's a bench in the creek. You
A
know.
boy or a girl? Give me a wing here, Whitey. Whoa! Can you get him there?
Now be careful.
I'll take care of him, you know that, Lies. Come on, boys. Hey, Winnie.
Bye.
Come out of here.
Pete?
I wish you wouldn't creep up on me that way.
You'd have heard me all right if you weren't thinking so hard about... You're not going to do it, Pete.
Now, you take care of your kids, and I'll take care of my business. And you. And the kids.
We don't want to be taken care of the way you're planning.
Now, let me be, I tell you.
Billy, get my carpet bag in there. Miss Salome, may I assist you?
You sure made certain not to drop me, Mr. Baldwin.
Well, if you feel that way about it. I'll put you right back again.
Oh, no, you won't. I never let the same bee sting me twice.
Well, surely, Salome, you aren't afraid of me. Well, I've known your father for a long time.
It sure don't take anybody a long time to know you, Mr. Baldwin.
Phineas Baldwin, Redwood City extends the hand of welcome to her next mayor.
Thank you, Colonel Starbottle. I am happy indeed to be back among my old friends. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. And now, will you be good enough to join me in slight libation? This way, you are.
If this town knew him like I do, he wouldn't be running for mayor. He'd be running for his life.
You're sure speaking gospel, Salome.
Who are you looking for, Jess Larrabee?
I thought that rat Madison Clay might have come to town with you.
When it comes to rats, I'd hate to put a piece of cheese under your nose.
Just the same, you better tell him to keep out of my way.
He don't keep out of the way of rattlesnakes. He steps on them.
Maybe before he'll step, I'll be a striker.
Larrabee. Huh? I heard what you said. I'm a warning both you and Clay that if there's any killing, the one that does it will swing for it.
Well, he ought to swing anyway. That's the penalty for cattle thieving, ain't it?
Oh, there ain't no sense in arguing with a crazy man. Clay ain't no cattle thief, and everyone knows it but you.
You know, he got me kind of hot under the collar. I was just a-reaching for my gun when he sneaked out.
I don't know which is worse, him or Baldwin.
Well, I know there's one mighty nice feller in this here town. And for some strange reason, which I ain't been able to figure out yet, he asked me to fetch him back a big box of chocolates this trip.
Was it Jack Marbury?
Well, now, I ain't a-meaning nobody previous.
Oh, come on, tell me. Was it Marbury?
Now, Salome, don't you try to egg this out of me, because I've gone too far now.
Cut them orders. What do you say?
All right, Marbury. Push in my IOUs.
Against what?
My ranch.
Them looks like pretty big stakes. But what they're really playing for is a clear road to Salome Jane.
Look here, Marbury. That's 6 cards you handed yourself.
6 cards?
Yes, count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I wonder how I ever came to be so careless.
Oh, the hand's dead. The money's mine.
That's the first time I ever dealt myself 6 cards and got caught at it.
Yeah, I know you. You're trying to make a big hero of yourself. You think Salome Jane will get to hear
Just
about it.
a minute. Don't mention her name in this place, understand? I don't like it.
You don't like it. Everybody here knows that I ain't the one to say anything against her. When I aim to marry her.
You?
Yes, and you won't even be here for the wedding. I'm going to run you out of town.
Perhaps. But you'll be in front of me all the way, Ruth.
You have to get up pretty early in the morning to win out against me.
There's an old proverb somewhere that says if you want to really know a man, gamble with him or travel with him.
I guess there's plenty of that, all right.
See here, Baldwin. I'm stumping for you. When you're mayor, I want you to run these crooked gamblers out of town. Did you get that?
You what? Finish it, Ruth. Go on. Finish it.
Steady, Ruth.
haven't got a chance. Now.
All aboard! We're pulling out now. Hey, come through. That it is. All aboard! All aboard!
Pardon me, ladies. We're going to pull out now.
All aboard!
Well, bye. Girls, say goodbye to your partners. It was good while it lasted. So, Baldwin, you've cleaned up the town, huh? You at the head of the Purity League. That's rich. Gilded vice given way to the march of progress. Let me tell you something. You can drive me out of town with the rest of the girls, but you can't get away from the truth.
What truth?
I staked you when you first came to this town, and now you've turned on me. That's the kind of a rat you are. There's a special name for men that let women stake them. Shall I tell you what it is?
All aboard! The mail's loaded. Come on, let's get these females aboard.
Well, come on.
Oh!
Come on, let's get going, girls. Rattle your off.
That's what you are, and you know it.
Get out.
You and the Purity League. Well, girls, we're off. Nothing like travel to broaden the mind.
All aboard! Come on now. All aboard! Come on. Goodbye, girls.
All right, I'll show you another one. My very best one. Take a card. Each of you take a card. Quickly. Now then, I want you to take these cards up the trail as far as you can go to the very, very end. And I want you to bury them. Then I want you to come back here to me and I'll show you the very same cards. Now run along. Scoot.
The cards never fail you, do they, Jack?
Perhaps they will this time. I'm going to show you a trick. A trick with a story about a queen who once knew a very bad man. A gambler, perhaps? A reckless sort of fellow. But this queen was so beautiful that she could make bad men good. And this knave saw in her the one woman he'd looked for in many women. If one day, sitting under the trees, the knave should find courage to speak of this to the queen, what do you think she'd say?
That he's not worthless.
I know the knave intimately. And I know that if the queen would gamble with the knave, he'd wager everything he has that he could become the king of hearts. If she'll only say, as he says now, I love you.
If she's so wonderful, she'd have to be truthful, wouldn't she?
You see, my trick has failed.
Perhaps it hasn't. Oh, Jack, I'm sorry I can't say more. Maybe I do love you, but, why, I ain't ever even kissed a man, so how can I know? Sometimes I think I love you.
Think? No, Salome. When love comes, you will know it. Just as surely as you'd know if you were caught up by a cyclone and carried away.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I guess the cyclone just isn't due today. You did? So what was your card?
5 of diamonds.
The 5 of diamonds? Why, here it is, right here. And what was yours?
The 4 of clubs.
The 4 of clubs? Why, I have it right here in my hat. There it is. What was Willie's?
6 of spades.
6 of spades. Well, he's got it right in his pocket. Here it is, right here. You didn't hide those cards at all.
We did so. We did. All right, Chuck. You want another pack of cards.
This young man's going to make a name for himself in this part of the country.
Mommy, Jane, ain't we never going swimming?
Yes, we're going right now.
Okay. Oh, come on, Jack, and go with us. Be careful with us.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, Salome.
Oh. Am I heading straight for Redwood?
2 miles.
Ah, 2 miles, you say?
Yes, 2 miles.
Oh, 2. Hey, someone must have lost these. Oh.
How long have you been there?
Long enough.
You're mighty brave when there's not a man around, ain't you?
I thought you might be wanting to apologize. Sorry for the way you treated me today?
No. But I'm sorry I wasn't born a boy.
I'm not.
Let go of me!
You're mighty fierce. Got to protect myself, haven't I? Listen, I want to tell you something. I think of this reason.
You dirty hound!
Wait a minute. You misunderstand, Miss Salome. I'm not that kind of man at all. You know what I stand for, Miss Salome.
And that last 20,000 acres I got was practically thrown in. Yes, Mr. Clay, people have to get up pretty early in the morning to get ahead of me. And that's how I come to own all the land and cattle I've got. And that's why I asked you, can I have Salome Jane for my wife?
Ruth, don't you know that women folk make up their own minds who they're going to marry? The very ones you tell them to marry, they don't. And the very ones you ask them not to marry, they do. That's the woman of it. Well, here she comes now. You'd better ask her yourself.
What were you and Dad talking about?
Yes, you know, all right.
You're always after Dad about marrying me. But you sort of make it sound like business instead of love.
That ain't so. I'm crazy to have you. I can't stand it when I see another man looking at you even.
What would you do if I was going to marry you and one of them insulted me?
I'd kill him.
All right, then. Kill Baldwin. And I will marry you.
Kill Baldwin?
Look at that. I can't even tell you what he said, but sort of spoiled everything for me. And I can't ever be the same again while he's around to remind me of it. Those dirty eyes of his.
You don't know what you're asking me.
Oh, don't think I like asking you. But I can't go to Dad because he's got that Larrabee on his hands. But you could do it clean and...
Baldwin was likely drunk.
Oh, I knew you'd crawl out of it.
I ain't. But supposing Baldwin denies it.
You wouldn't talk about it, would you?
I couldn't walk up to him and kill him without explaining why.
Couldn't you say, you've insulted the girl I'm going to marry, and let that be the last words he'd ever hear?
You'd marry me then?
You try.
Well, I'll think about it. Wait.
Don't you ever speak to me again while Baldwin's alive.
Well, there comes Yuba Bill's coach. Yeah, must have gone wrong.
Whoa, whoa, ho, ho. Boys, take a hold of them leaders, will you? Where's the sheriff?
Say, Yuba, how am I going to get down?
Jump, sister. You can't miss the ground. Where's the sheriff? Where's the sheriff?
Come inside.
Sheriff! Sheriff! The stage has been held up.
Tell us about it. How did it happen?
Well, I'll tell you. We'd just come down off the hill and rattled our hawks down into Dry Gulch. And we was swinging along kind of nice and easy, and I was just telling Minna here a little story.
Oh, I hope I don't have to listen to that again.
We'll pass that. Go ahead.
Well, as I was saying, we just swinging along nice and easy and just going into the turn when a masked figure stepped out in front and leveled his gun right at my head, and he says, "Still up!" Well, naturally, that just set them ponies crazy, and the women started squealing just as I was going for my gun.
You didn't have to go any place for it. It was laying right in your lap.
Oh, don't pay no attention to her. But I was pretty busy now for a couple of minutes, see, watching that team, and when I turned around and looked, here was this bandit stripping of these women.
What?
Of their jewelry.
Oh.
So I turned around, and then right about that time, you see these two fillies I got up in front, Babe and Pansy. Well, they got nervous, and they got to milling around, and they got to whinnying. And they go... Knowed something was wrong, you know, and they just kept it up, see? Well, old Baldy, he kind of turned in there, but he always answers them mares, see? So he turned on and he says... Well, that started this young stud horse. You know, Jack, that young stud horse, I got that young wheel horse. Well, he heard old Baldy going, and he didn't want to be outdone none. So the first thing he does, he turned on high, and he says... Well, now, before I knowed it, he's right in that party, see? So I was just tied up there, hand and fist, the young stampede. Boys, I'm just drying an old hub box. If you don't mind, I'm going to have a nice long drink, Joe.
Is that how it happened?
There's not a word of truth in it. We were walking along at an easy pace when all of a sudden the bandit comes out and he says kind of timid-like, "Stick 'em up." Yuba Bill rolled right off his seat and ran into the bushes. After the bandit had relieved us of all of our hard-earned jewelry, I picked up the reins and drove the horses back about a half a mile, where we picked up Yuba Bill still running. It was all a joke, except that I lost the only piece of jewelry I had any sentiment about. It was an onyx bracelet, given me by my first and only decent husband.
The fellow that's responsible for this holdup is going to hang sure. Jack, Nell.
You trying to run my character down in this here community?
You can't run down what you haven't got.
I don't blame him for running your kind of women out of here.
My kind of women. You don't know nothing about my kind of women.
I'm a-going to when I get older.
bottle of that New Eastern beer, Eddie.
Eight wins again, eight wins.
Well, boys, there's our next mayor.
Seeing as you know this fella, Baldwin, so well, can you tell me where I can find him?
Sure. He lives upstairs, room 10, 11, and 12. And for your information, he's the leading citizen of this community. And just as honest as the day is long.
Thanks. And for your information, there's nothing honest or upright about that rat. And I've come 3,000 miles to tell him so. Your friends downstairs might come a-running if I smash in the door, Baldwin. You wouldn't want them to hear what I've got to say.
You crazy?
I've been almost crazy. But I'm feeling better now.
What's come over you? Last time I saw you, you were friendly enough.
Well, that was before my furlough was up. Before I had to go back to fighting and leave my little sister without any of her men folks around.
Why, you don't think that I...
Don't waste my time. You got a gun?
What for?
I ain't partial to killing even a skunk in cold blood. There's a nice, quiet little spot down the road.
I'm not entering any shooting match.
Get your gun.
I haven't got one.
I was sort of prepared to hear you say that. Just a minute. I'll just keep this till we get there.
I'm sorry to have to say this to you, but I guess there's no other way out.
There's no way out.
Think I'm going to run the risk of killing a fine, upstanding fellow just because he doesn't know anything about women?
What are you getting at?
There's no one man responsible for your sister having killed herself.
You!
Wait! If I wasn't broken-hearted, too, would I have a picture on the wall? Pick up.
You broke it. Oh, I'll fix your old bracelet. Keep off of me. We ain't touching you. Well, you're breathing on me. How can I fix it when you're breathing on me? We ain't breathing on you. You are too. You're always breathing on me.
Hello?
Look at Salome.
What you doing?
Oh, I was just fixing this for Anna May.
Why, it's a bracelet. Where'd you get it?
Pa gave it to Malvin. Anna May snitched it. I never. I just borrowed it.
It's right pretty. But you better take it right back to your ma.
I will when I go home. You wear it till then, Salome. Yes, wear it. I know where Scribness is.
Salome, this is no place for you, child. Now go on, my good girl. Go on.
His holding up the stagecoach is the last straw. We're going to hang the man that done it before sundown.
Yes, and we're going to vote for Baldwin at the election, too. We can depend on him to keep this sort of thing from happening anymore.
I'm afraid we can't.
Careful what you say about Baldwin, Marbury.
I still say we can't depend upon Baldwin for anything. He's just been killed.
What?
Killed?
Who done it?
A stranger. We never saw him before.
Did they catch him?
No. They shot his horse from under him, but he made a clean getaway. He's hiding in the brush somewhere.
There'll be a double hanging here today.
Why?
What?
I said why? About the one that killed Baldwin. Why didn't you give him a chance to prove something? I don't doubt he had a reason.
We'll ask him when we get the rope around his neck.
Baldwin's needed killing for some time.
We'll begin by you men dropping into a hat the name of the man you think held up the stage. All right, men.
Salome, where'd you get that bracelet?
Why, well, one of Red Pete's little gals had it, and...
What is it, Juba? What about the bracelet?
Sheriff, that bracelet there was took off of one of the women when the stage was robbed.
And Red Pete's kid. Never mind about the name in the hat, man.
What do you mean, Sheriff?
I mean 'twas Red Pete held you up, Yuba.
No.
Well, he wouldn't dare.
Why not?
Why, Red Pete knows that for him to hold me up would be just the same as him committing suicide.
Where you going, young lady?
Oh, I just found this old bracelet. Anyway, Yuba got me kind of confused, and...
Anna Mae, you kids come here.
Oh, that ain't fair. They're just babies.
Willie, you know where Salome got this bracelet she was wearing?
She got it from Anna Mae.
Where'd you get it, Anna Mae?
Don't tell him, Anna Mae.
Salome. Go ahead, Anna Mae. Where'd you get it?
Well, Pa gave it to Ma, and I wanted to play with it.
Hush, honey. You kids run along home. You've played long enough.
All right, man.
Sheriff, now listen to me. Red Pete never done it. And if he did, it's 'cause he's just plumb crazy. Well, let's just forget all about it.
A nice kid, Yuba. But they picked a bad father.
I'll try to warn Red Pete.
Well, thanks, Jack. You better not talk to me, Ruth Waters.
Why not? Baldwin's dead.
I knew you'd say that. In about a week, you'd be telling me you'd have done it, if the stranger hadn't. I wish I knew for certain what he looked like.
You will. When I got him hanging from a limb.
Half of you come with me. While we're getting Red Pete, the rest of you string along with Ruth.
You're the one killed Baldwin.
Yes.
Look, it's 14 miles straight west to the county line.
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Maybe I've got a chance.
Keep away from the road.
I will.
Why'd you kill him?
Something I'd rather not talk about.
Was it on account of a woman?
Yes, a girl.
I like you, man.
I like you. I heard you sticking up for me. That's why I took a chance on speaking to you.
You didn't take no chance. What are you standing there for? You've got to hurry. They'll be after you any minute.
Yes, I better be going. Well, somehow I wished I'd met you when things were different.
So do I.
Pete's out after a deer. When we hear the shot, we've got him.
What you crying for, Ma? Why don't you tell us, Ma? Done what I did.
Where's Pete?
He ain't here.
Where is he? The vigilantes are after him. If they catch him, they'll hang him. Is there any way you can get him a warning?
Maybe I can find Pete before they do. Maybe I can help him get away.
This might help, and it belongs to you.
How?
Pete won it at Farrell the other night. He'd been drinking and he let it ride. It's 100 odd.
Oh, you're lying. Bless you. There ain't no pride when it comes to my man. Oh, God, maybe I can catch him.
Mars! Hurry, and don't worry about the kids. I'll take care of them.
The sheriff beat me here, but Red Pete's still got a chance.
Peace! Peace!
You can drop that, Pete. You won't be needing it. Chet, get his guns. Come on, Pete.
Hello.
Hello, you
I've been talking to Santa Claus about you children.
Oh, goody, goody, goody,
And next
goody, goody,
Christmas,
goody.
he wants me to bring him up here to see you children on the stagecoach.
Oh, are we going to see him down there? Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Now, what's he...
All lies. Maybe it ain't Red Pete. Maybe it's the one that killed Baldwin.
Yes. Maybe it was the stranger.
Well, I know it took more than one shot to down Red Pete.
Lies? Supper ready? I kind of brought a crowd with me.
Pete? Are they going to hang you?
Yes, and the one that killed Baldwin, too.
Did they get him?
Not yet. But he won't get far. With Ruth Waters, his hounds are tracking him.
Hello, Pa.
Hi, son.
When are you going to give me that yellow dog?
Why, I was kind of fixing to go over about him now.
Will he have a nice long tail?
He sure will.
You promise?
I promise. Run along now. Run out, you! That's him. Tie him up, man. Bring him down to Red Pete. Get along. Well, we got him all right.
Well, how do you know you got the right man?
It's the soldier that was passing through here. Anyway, the boys seen him do it.
What you doing around here?
Hunting.
Then you ain't denying that you killed Baldwin.
I ain't just saying anything.
Tell him why you did it. Won't you? Please.
They wouldn't believe anything that I said about Baldwin.
Well, they're going to believe what I say about him. Why, he's been fooling all of you, making out like he was a saint, when all the while there wasn't a woman safe from him. I got reason to know.
What are you talking about?
This. Maybe this man killed Baldwin for something like the same reason.
Appears to me like you're mighty interested in saving this stranger. Come on, boys, we're wasting time.
No, wait. I ain't gonna let you do this. Why?
Please. What's the use?
Pete, if you got anything you want to say to your wife, you'd better be saying it.
Yes, and we'll give you just about 1 minute.
What have you got to say about this? I never knowed you to take no chance. He took a chance to get money for his wife and kids.
Oh, lies, hush.
I don't want you to be telling me what to do neither. Do you hear? I always said you couldn't rob no coach and get away with it. I've been wanting you to go to work, but no, you...
Sheriff, I hope you ain't waiting because you think I want you to.
Don't be a dog.
No, they're all dogs. All of you. Hounds. Hounds.
Stranger, ain't you got anything to say? Any goodbyes to send to anybody?
Nobody.
Well, honey, after all the fuss you've been a-making, ain't you gonna say goodbye to a man that ain't got nobody in the whole world?
Goodbye, men. I'm sorry.
Thanks for everything.
Good girl.
Come on, Pete.
Bye, lass.
Get going, stranger.
Ain't you coming, Marbury?
No. I guess not.
Well,
I ain't no worse than a murderer, am I?
what do you mean?
I want you to kiss me like that. Will you?
Yes, when I'm sure you're going to be hung.
One of you get under there. Don't matter which.
I'll go first.
I'm ready.
I ain't got nothing that I want to keep on thinking about. Feels like you have.
Pete, I tried to make 'em believe that you wasn't the one.
Oh, it was me, all right. Hey, Yuba, if you come across a yellow dog with a long tail, give it that boy of mine, will you? Hate to have him think I broke my promise to him.
You seem upset, Salome.
Oh, it's just that singing, Dad. It keeps making me think about Red Pete and being dead and everything.
You're sure it's Red Pete you're worrying about? Good evening.
Glad to see you, Jack.
Oh, don't tell me about it. I don't want to hear it.
I didn't go to the
hanging, Salome. I just dropped by to tell you something I overheard, Mr. Clay. Larrabee's been threatening that there'll be a burial here before Red Pete's underground.
Dad!
Thanks, Jack. You'd better stay close to the house tonight.
I guess I'll have to. The sheriff told me I couldn't kill him and get away with it.
Howdy, Yuba. Hello, folks.
Hello, Yuba.
Ain't it a dandy? Closest thing I can find to a yaller dog. Got it down at Ricketts' place.
Oh, you got it for Willie.
Yeah, it's a keen smeller, too.
You look as if you'd run all the way here, Yuba.
Yes, and I did, and I'll tell you why. There was a certain happening, as it was, that I figured would be of interest to this family, especially the female member of it.
What is it?
Well, you know that stranger that Salome kissed? Just as they was about to hang him, he made his getaway.
He did?
Sure did.
Did they catch him?
Catch him? Why, I never see such a riding fool in my life.
Oh, Yuba. Mammy Lou. Mammy Lou, that stranger got away. He's alive. He's alive.
Are you sure, Miss Salome?
Yes, Yuba just told me.
Oh!
They had the stranger already on the horse and led him underneath the limb, see, with his hands tied behind him. They were just getting ready to flip the loop around his neck when he busted his hands loose and just quick as lightning he kicked this old horse and tromped old George Sowers down and just right out they go. Well, sir, it just happened so pretty that before I knowed it, I caught myself just a-cheering for the stranger to get away. And then I turned around and I see the sheriff, and he kind of throwed a fish eye on me, so I kind of tightened up. Well, it happened so sudden like that everybody kind of froze. Well, the first man to get kind of limbered up was old Jack Paget. By the time he got his gun to working, the stranger and the horse had disappeared plumb out of sight in the timber. Well, now, look into that. Dogs and babies are all alike, ain't they? I guess I won't get to see that widow. Did I ever tell you about that Simmons widow?
You sit right down and tell me all about the stranger.
Well, Salome, never before in my whole life did I ever see such right downright nerve as I seen today, excepting one time about 10 years ago when I was chasing a desperate horse thief and I had my hand right on my gun and...
Oh, they won't get him again, will they, Yuba?
Well, I don't know. They was organized when I left, and Rufe Waters had put his hounds on the trail.
I could kill that Rufe.
Salome.
I bet you and Jack wouldn't help hang a man.
That would depend.
Depend on what?
Well, if it were anyone who might mean unhappiness to a girl like you, I don't doubt we'd both be glad to hang him. That right, Mr. Clay?
It sure is. Hey, Yuba, stay here till I get back, will you? I've got a sick horse down in the corral.
Well, Dad, you can't go down to the corral again tonight. Larrabee's out gunning for him.
Oh, now, Matterson, don't you take no chances. I'll just toddle down and look after that horse.
Thanks, Yuba.
Oh, Dad, please go in the house.
Oh, to the devil with Larrabee. He wouldn't dare come to this house.
Well, he better not. But if he does, and I have a gun handy...
Now, Salome, you keep out of this. Good night, Jack.
Good night, Mr. Clay.
I wonder where he is.
Who's there?
Well, I guess I'll be moving along then.
Hey, did you all hear or see anybody?
No.
No, did you see someone?
Well, when I was down there in the shed with the horse, I thought I heard somebody, and I says, "Who's that?" And I went from a gun, and I could hear him just go right off through the brush.
I think I'd better stay around here tonight, Salome.
Oh, it's all right, Jack. Dad will keep to the house.
Just as you say. Ready, Yuba?
Yes? Come on, Trigger. Tell your pa that old Polly will pull through all right.
Thanks, Yuba.
Night.
Good night.
Night. Then it was you down by the corral.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you got away.
It was your kiss that put heart in me to do it.
Who was she? The one you killed Baldwin for?
My sister. She's dead.
Oh. Why didn't you tell them?
Would you want to tell if it was someone belonged to you?
You mustn't waste any more time around here. They'll be after you.
They won't get me. Not if you put heart in me again like you did before.
They might have hung you.
If they had, I'd have come back to you. In the moonbeams.
I like you better this way. Quick, put these on. Anybody seeing you'll think it's Dad. Lie down here. Pretend you're asleep.
Evening.
Dad's all tuckered out. What are you doing around here anyway?
Looking for a murderer?
Why don't you look at yourself? You're trying hard enough to be one.
You asked me to kill Baldwin. This man likely don't mean you no more good than he did.
You don't mean anything to me.
No? Well, he was heading this way.
Yes?
Yes. Fine thing. Kissing a stranger with a whole crowd looking on.
You wouldn't want me to do it with no one looking on, would you?
You very likely did. No girl ever kisses a man that way the first time.
Hush. I don't want to wake Dad up.
What are you doing here?
Maybe the same thing you are, Ruth. I thought your dad had gone to bed.
I thought you had.
I got to thinking about Larrabee, and I figured no matter what you said, your dad would rest easier if he knew I was around.
Got no call to worry about Larrabee tonight. He's guarding the crossroads first.
Just the same, I think I'll stay.
Well, maybe it's a good idea at that, Marbury. In case another caller drops around before my hounds picks up his trail again.
Why are you so set on staying, Jack? If Larrabee's at the crossroads, there ain't no...
I'm here to guard you, Salome, not your dad.
Why do I need guarding?
Count of Baldwin's murderer.
Oh, you don't think that about him. That he's a murderer.
Salome, you've never seen this man before today. None of us have. He's got you so that there isn't any way he couldn't take advantage of you.
He wouldn't.
I don't know that.
There ain't much danger of us trying, seeing he's miles away from here by now.
No, he isn't. He's very close.
You're dreaming.
I haven't watched men gamble all my life without learning some signs.
What do you mean?
You're holding a tough hand, Salome.
Am I? There must be a looking glass behind me.
No, but there's a man behind you. In the house somewhere.
Think so? Go in and see.
I think you're bluffing. I call.
Salome. I left my hat and coat down there. Bring 'em in when you come, will you?
Yes, Dad.
Get up. Put that down. Stand back. And don't think you can hide behind her.
I'm not hiding behind any woman.
Jack, you're not going to turn him over to those others.
I am, Salome.
But Jack, Ruth will be back any minute.
I know.
Even if they do get him, I won't have any love to give you. I let you know that already, Jack. What if it does turn out all wrong, and he don't love me like he ought to? What if I don't get enough to eat or a place to sleep, or anything? What if he is like Red Pete was to Lies? I love him like that. Don't that make him right for me?
Swap boots with me, quick. Gotta put the hound off the trail anyway.
Hurry.
Out that way, quick. Keep off the highway.
I will. It'll take more time than I have to thank you properly.
Hurry. My, it's hard to tell which one's Ruth, isn't it?
I thought we'd track him here.
Why, what?
You helped him get away. Switch boots with him. Let her make a fool out of you.
Come down on the yard and say that, Ruth.
I'm getting him first, then I'll settle with you. And don't you think I won't?
What makes you so sure you'll get him?
I told you Larrabee's watching at the crossroads. We got our men spotted all around. He'll not make another escape.
Stop where you are, Madison Clay.
What are you doing out here all by yourself?
I heard shots. I thought they got you.
A man named Larrabee mistook me for your dad. I had to shoot before he did.
Did you get him?
Yes.
Well, what are you hanging around for?
I was hiding in the brush and I heard his friends planning to hang your dad for it.
Oh.
The only way I can save him is to give myself up.
Oh, no.
Oh, we've got to hurry back, honey. I'd run on for miles before I realized what I was doing.
Oh, Dad'll beat them some way. I won't let you go back to Dad. I won't let you.
Madison! Madison!
Well, what's got you out at this hour, Yuba?
Listen, they're coming here to get you for killing Larrabee. Sam's saddling your horse, and your only chance is to get over the county line.
I didn't kill Larrabee. I didn't even know he was dead.
Now, you don't have to pretend none with me. Besides, just before he died, he told him it was you that done it.
Then he was lying. I haven't left the house. He's just trying to. Sam, did you take my hat and coat off the porch?
No, sir, I didn't, Master Clay.
Salome! Salome! What did you do with my hat and coat?
Miss Salome's bed ain't been sleeped in all night. She ain't been here.
All right, now, hurry up, Sam.
Yes, sir.
Yuba, I didn't kill Larrabee, but I'm afraid I know who did.
Who?
Salome. She said she was going to, and it looks like she took my hat and coat and went out to get him.
Why, it'd be just like her.
She's probably hiding, afraid to face me. Yuba, I did kill that rat.
Why, of course you did, Madison. It couldn't be no other way.
Suppose we should go away together. And they hung your dad for something I'd done. Would you love me then?
I couldn't help loving you.
Oh, yes, you could. It's no use. We're going back to the house and wait for him.
Oh, no.
I wish they'd hung me yesterday before you got to feeling like this.
Oh, don't you wish that? Why, if they hang you before sunset, I'll thank God all my life for knowing you.
Salome. You ready?
You're right. We'll go back and face it. Together.
Well, are you coming with us to get Clay or not?
Ruth and I have given up manhunting for a spell. Haven't we, Ruth?
I wouldn't go after Clay anyway.
No. We know he didn't kill Larrabee. I've sworn to you he was at home when the shot was fired.
There ain't nothing you wouldn't swear to if that gal of his asked you to. The both of you.
Not me.
I suppose you didn't give up tracking that stranger for Sudden Lake because she talked you into it. Fine time for you to be getting so soft-hearted. You can't do nothing but play cards all night when the country's overrun with lawlessness.
Come on, Sheriff. We don't want to give Clay time to get over the line.
I hope Yuba's gotten some word to him. Go on, soft-hearted. Deal.
Salome! Salome!
It's Yuba.
Well, for God's sakes, I've been a-looking all over. It looks like that kiss of yours kind of took, Salome. Ooh. I guess you don't know nothing about it. Your dad had to shoot Larrabee in self-defense.
Mr. Clay didn't kill Larrabee.
Well, I suppose Salome's done told you that she did it.
I didn't shoot Larrabee.
I did it.
Maybe I did it. Or Yeller here did it. What are we playing, games?
Oh, he's telling the truth, Yuba. He's just gone back to give himself up. To save Dad.
Well, now, that's mighty noble of you, young man, but it's plumb silly. Your dad's safe over the line by now.
Yuba!
Yes, and you two better follow him just quick as you can. Take old Yeller here. He can pack you both. He's used to packing me.
See you next trip you make, Yuba.
Thanks.
All right, now. Hurry up. Get going. Why, you flat-faced old hellion, you ain't got no business to be a-hootin' at them. They ain't no finer girl in the whole world, Salome Jane. And you got a mighty brave young man there, too. Kind of makes me think of myself some way or another. Ain't afraid of nothing in the whole.
Here's the county line. Say, man, what's your name?